Grand Rising Soul Family Collective. How y'all doing this morning? It's your Uncle 79, the Spiritual Savage. You're here to do a message, or not do a message, deliver a message to you all today. Please like, share, follow, hit that notification bell. Make sure you select the all options so that you know all of my uploads. You feel me? I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Grand Rising. And I hope that today brings you exactly what you're looking for. Or what's looking for you in a good way, not a bad way. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, feel it. All right, let's give some thanks to my dad, the Most High God, for giving us a breath of life this morning, for bringing us together, together as a community, with common goals, common visions. We're common support of each other. I would definitely, like to say thank you, Dad, for that, because it's very important that we have people around us, like-minded individuals that share a common goal and are at a common destination and have a lot in common. Commonalities. That's what it's called. You feel me? But yeah, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by this morning. Should you be lucky enough to come by and get a good message this morning? Okay. All right. What's up, baby? I love you. And I love you too, Soul Family. Spirit Guide, Spirit Teams, and Law Enforcement, 131 on the clock. I appreciate you as well. And new subscribers, current subscribers, OGs. I definitely fucks with you. All right. So, let's return to sender 10 times fold, guided with love and light, things that do not belong to the collective and me. Some more to be, some more to be, some more to be, and so it is. We're also going to ask that all evil eyes go blind during this message, and all ear hustling demons go deaf. All right, y'all. So, I had got I get a lot of words. A few years ago when, yeah, that's what it was. I made a covenant with the divine, with God. This was a few years ago, maybe about 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4. What year is it? 2020? Maybe about 2 years ago. Yeah, that seems about right. 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah. And it's been longer than 2 years, actually, about 3. Yeah. Everybody makes their own covenant with God. Everybody offers something up. There's, I'm not gonna say like a sacrifice and whatnot, but there's an offering of sorts that that I did anyways. That's between me and God. Ain't nobody business. Okay. But anyways, it sealed the deal between me and the divine. I accepted the offer, the call. I answered the call. Excuse me, spiritual birth. It's been an ongoing conference call with me and the divine, or conversation, however you want to look at it. So I didn't just go, yeah, I'll take the job, and then it just was like, I jumped right into it. No, that's not how it worked. It was a process, slowly but surely. Slow but steady wins the race. Because it was a rigorous kind of, it has been a very rigorous training and initiation program. I mean, it's been, think about what boot camp last 6 months. Damn, it's been like 36 of them. It's been, but it's been the maintenance of life the education, the miseducation of the spiritual savage, what it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's, what's up, Miss Hill? That's. It's just been a very kind of awesome, difficult at times, a lot of times. It's been a very difficult road, and I'm not done. It's not like I feel like I have graduated some. So I guess I'm saying this to say for somebody out there that may be going through this initiation process, the training. Because we go through life's training, but then once you unplug from the matrix, it's a whole other, like, you remember the movie Neo. He was taking all kind of ass whoopings before he finally learned how to fly. So anybody out there this morning that's having a difficult time going through this rigorous training program, just stay strong, drink plenty of water. It's hard to do that if you don't like water, but drink plenty of water. You get used to it, and just keep hope alive. Okay. All right. So I heard a one of the things I asked for when I made my covenant with God was for divine wisdom and knowledge to receive messages clearly and accurately so that I can help people move forward in life and myself as well. Just to make the world a better place, one person at a time, however many, And then the next day I got up and it was like I just flooded, just over and over. And so like over time, part of my process, the process for me is that I have had to learn how to receive these messages, discern how to deliver them, discern how to integrate them into my life to make myself a better person, a more virtuous person. I just heard. And so it's still a process. I mean, it just is. But so I get a lot of words. So I'm like constantly, like Michael Jackson. I like to compare myself to 555 and the Clock. I always like to compare myself to Michael Jackson from The Wiz, the Scarecrow, because it seems like I just got I have tons of like note cards and papers with just like stuff, like messages that I get and things that come to my mind during the day. So like I'm pulling, like I can pull it out of my hat. Maybe I'll make me one. No, he was pulling them out of everywhere because he was stuffed with them. That's right. Like he was like a walking fortune cookie. Yeah, that's what I heard. So failure to launch is what I heard. It's 6:19 on the clock. It's my birthday. Failure to launch. I think that's a movie. It's like Matthew McConaughey, Failure to Launch or something like that. Just with Jennifer Lopez. I don't know. The movie's not really. I mean, it's significant, but it's not really all that important to remember the names of the people in it. But overall, let's get to it. So, failure to launch is basically kind of like, you just think about yourself as a plane. For those of us that aren't familiar with the terminology, with the meaning of the saying. But let's just, I should have probably did this before but whatever, it is what it is. Comment down below if this shit right now. Oh, it's a syndrome. Damn, I didn't know that. Failure to launch syndrome. It refers to the phenomena of young adults who struggle to become independent and self-sufficient, often living with their parents and relying on them for financial and emotional support. The term is not a clinical diagnosis, but rather a popular way to describe the challenges and barriers that some millennials face in transitioning to adulthood. Some possible cases of failure to launch syndrome are mental health issues, lack of life skills, economic factors, parental overprotection, and low self-esteem. Some of the possible consequences of failure to launch syndrome are social isolation, low self-confidence, poor work ethic, lack of purpose, and increased conflict with parents. Some of the possible solutions for failure to launch syndrome are therapy, coaching, mentoring, education, vocational training, and structured programs that help young adults develop the skills and motivation to achieve their goals and live independently. Okay, Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker played in it. Kathy Bates was in it as well. That's right. All right, so now that we have an extensive definition of that, yeah, so I'm very familiar with this failure to launch syndrome. I am. I didn't know it was an actual syndrome. I just thought it was like a euphemism for people that just lack direction. I didn't know it was like an actual syndrome, but thanks for that. I binged it, not Googled it, I binged it. So thanks, Bing, appreciate you. But failure to launch, and what came to my mind when I got the download is that a plane, like an airplane, gets right to is it takeoff strip, takeoff and landing strip? I think that's what it's called. Landing strip. But whatever. So the plane gets and it might jump up a little, but it never takes off. So indicating something's wrong. And so it took me to, it takes a village to raise a child. For a plane to take off and land and fly smoothly and, get people where they got to go safely, there and back, it requires maintenance. It requires a whole crew of people before it takes off, while in air, and then as it lands. I mean, even as a plane lands, you have people, air traffic control, or whoever those people are, air traffic control people, directing the flow of traffic for these planes. While you're on the plane, you have pilots, you have flight attendants, you have security on there, and you have passengers. You have people that are purchase tickets to fly on these planes, to go to the destination, you have a group of people going to the same place. Some just stopping with layovers, they may not be going to the whole trip, but they're going on the trip, and then before you even leave, you have people that make sure that before you take off, the plane is in working condition, it has gas, it has food for passengers, the TVs are working on there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the wheels, everything. It's just it's a process, and it's a continual process, because you have these planes going back and forth. The planes don't just fly and don't ever take off again until they make it to their destination, and maybe it's the time to put the plane in a museum, or it's just not running no more. It's done. It's made enough trips back and forth to the destination. So it takes a village. It takes a whole maintenance crew. For planes to have a successful to fly, failure to launch, to make a plane successful enough to fly. And so it took me back to, it takes 111 on the clock. It takes me back to 121 on the clock. It took me back to it takes a village to raise a child, and that's true. I still believe. It's proven. If you have a group of people, a collective group of people that work together to raise, to educate children, to encourage them, to provide them with the positive nurturing reinforcements, that people are just more successful. We know this, and it's not just a child; it's all of the children, And so, like, as adults, teenagers, adults, but I'm speaking more specifically for a demographic of people who may feel like they're stuck in life. And you have people around you that are not, that seem to kind of not believe in you, or don't provide you with encouraging words, who seem to wait for you to fail to launch. Like, they'll rally around and wait for you to get ready to take off, only because they know that you're not just, they don't believe that you're going to be able to take off. They sit there and everybody, let's get together and see how long it takes them not to fly somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people do. So it's just kind of like when you tell people, oh, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna write a book. People are like, yeah, okay, whatever. Or I want to buy a house, or I want to get married, or I'm going to do something to change the world, and people are like, yeah, okay. You're really only good for one thing, and that's not taking off. That's not accomplishing anything that you want to do. And first of all, that is what I've learned now, is that you don't share everything with everybody. So that's to get that out of the way first. But what you also have to, what I've also understood is that, but you also have people around you who don't believe in you. You don't have a maintenance crew. You don't have flight attendants. You don't have pilots. You don't have anybody directing your, assisting you with landing. Or even when you're in midair, that it's a constant thing with pilots and air traffic control, so that they don't run into other planes, they don't crash, they don't end up at the wrong destination. And so you may be experiencing a failure to launch, and I'm telling you now, be accountable for where you can be better. Be accountable to get help from people when you need it. Don't let your pride get in the way. Be humble so that you can accept constructive criticism, and maybe your ass need to get checked when you do something wrong, or when you're not headed down the right direction. Be humble enough to allow people to provide you feedback, or what's the word I'm looking for, or discipline. You know what I'm saying? Don't walk around like with your head in your ass thinking you know every fucking thing, when you could really be learning from somebody. You feel me? So don't allow, but be humble. But outside of that, because we all have to be accountable for ourselves first, especially as adults. So this is not a message to sit around and point fingers at everybody around you. See, this is your fault. I didn't. Blah 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 blah. No. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that, and I'm not encouraging you to do it. What I'm telling you is that you're not going to ever be able to, you're never ever going to be able to take off, to fly around people who don't want to help you actually take off. If you don't have people around you making sure that you are well equipped to go out into this world, and that could just be support from friends, pushing you forward, a group of people that sit around, because I have a vision of a group of friends. I've never actually, I felt that maybe one point in my life, some years ago, me and my group of friends, we did seem to encourage one another, like the group of us. And then, in the last, we seemed to all be very happy and just kind of flourishing or thriving anyway. But just think about how nice it would be to have a group of friends, soul tribe family. This is why soul tribes are important. That everybody becomes everybody's maintenance crew. Everybody becomes everybody's flight attendants on these planes. Everybody helps each other, kind of to assist. Everybody maybe take turns or at the same time, whatever it is. But you have a collective group of people that are helping. That we all help each other take off. We all help each other take flight, and don't mind taking flight with them, or allowing somebody to take flight before we get in the air, allowing them to get to their destination first. We'll meet you there because that's where we're family. Or I'll go with you to make sure that you make it back, you make it there safely and make it back safely. You feel me? So if you're having a failure to launch issue, I would suggest checking yourself first, but then checking, seeing what kind of maintenance crew you got around you, and maybe you might need to employ the services or find people that are more than willing to make sure that everything's in check, everything's the way it's supposed to be, so that you can take off, and that you also have people that are more than willing to take that ride with you, so that you don't crash and burn. You feel me? That's what I got for that message. I feel like for me anyways, it's very important. This message is very important for me because I realize the value in, you may be one of those people like me who have good ideas, are talented, have very good things to offer the world, or your community of people, but yet you don't, even when you ask for help. I know that in a lot of times in my life, I've asked for help and I didn't get it. Maybe I didn't ask for it in the correct way, but overall, I think a lot of what I experienced now what I'm learning now it was supposed to be that way. Let's just say that. We're not going to keep harping on it. It is what it is. People did what they did, and I'm doing what I'm doing now. And so that's the way you got to look at it. Don't be a victim. Understand where you might have been victimized. Understand where things might have been neglected, but also understand that it is at the very end of it all, it is up to you anyway. It just is. And if you can't find anybody that's willing to to be a part of that airplane crew, to make sure you take off and get to where and land safely without crashing and burning, you always have the Most High God, and that's what I will say. I asked for help from the Most High God, and He came through. And not only did He come through, along the way, He has provided me with a series of instances and experiences, and a multitude and a wealth of people, energetically, spiritually, in the 5D and the 3D, that have been more than willing to take the time to make sure that I took off, and I flew, and I'm good there. You feel me? So thank you. And so I hope this helps somebody this morning. I'll be right back, okay? All right, so I'm back. Thank you for joining me, Grand Motherfucking Rising in the High Ascension today. Please take your time to, comment down below if you feel the need to, if this shit resonates with you. Hit the like button, please. Get me in the algorithm. I'd appreciate it very much so. And also subscribe and share the videos. And make sure you select the all option when you select the notification bell, so that you can receive messages like this from me every day. I said every day, because I'm a hard working. You feel me? Yeah, so when I got the hat, I was like, oh, that hat is cute. Looking like it makes me look like the elf on the shelf. So, how the elf on the shelf be like this? Doesn't he look away though? He's like, my elf on the shelf gonna be like this. Just like that. So when people come in your house, they're about to be on that bullshit. They look, have you seen my elf on the shelf? My savage on the shelf? They're like, where? And then they turn around and they're just like, They're gonna be like, oh shit, I can't even be on that bullshit. That's the Christmas gift that keeps on giving. Savage on the Shelf. It'd be on Etsy, somebody's Etsy shop. Take the energy as a redneck. We're gonna use the Dark Mirror deck. I like this deck. My thank you. Anger and Chains. Anger and Chains. 29. I just took those damn glasses off. When your vision's messed up and you take your glasses off, you can't never find the glasses. They be like right in front of you. That's hilarious. Kind of. No, it's funny. All right, 29. You could be 29. You could be 92. Excuse me. Your birthday could be February 9th. It could be. All right, Anger and Change. But change, maybe change. Anger and change. Anger, change, and then change. It is the waning crescent moon phase. The stage is anger. It says, force channeled outside, unreasonable, undirected, but powerful. Lions and sparks and chains and signs and lines all meddle together, geometry and colors like an explosion. The sentence, I've got to break free, I want to be free. So somebody out there is breaking free of this. Just breaking free. You want to be free. You may be angry right now. Nobody likes to be held down. Anger and chains. So we're going to pull some energy on that. See what the Holy Spirit had, what kind of message the Holy Spirit. The message is the overall message of this reading is anger and change, breaking free. So somebody you might be feeling, you could be there could be some devil energies around you. You could be in some type of devil energy where you're feeling bound to something, whether that be drugs, alcohol, low vibrational thoughts, abusive family situations, abusive relationship situations, a lack of motivation, anything that's not because a lot of times when we talk about devil energy and being bound to something, the first thing that we always talk about are drugs and alcohol. It's not always that, in our addictions. Let me just say that. But it's not always about addictions. Sometimes it's just not having the proper motivation, not being able to find that within yourself, and that makes you angry. You become frustrated. I understand that. Wanting to do something, wanting to break free of something, wanting to go places, wanting to be stronger and can't. You feel like you can't because you feel like you cannot. And that's very much a cliche kind of statement, but it's actually true. Whoever we believe we are, or whatever we believe we cannot do, we won't be that person, and we will not do those things. But what the world has to offer, the universe source has to offer, is that if you feel like you are unable to do something, there's all kinds of resources or people available, knowledge to help you get there if you cannot do something alone. Because we can't do. I'm one of those people too that really kind of be like, nah, I do it myself. No, I do it myself. No, I do it myself. But the Most High God will place people, put you in places and give you things to help move you forward. That's just the way it goes. You don't like what I'm saying? Oh well, it's the truth, Ruth. All right, let's get some energy on this. What are we talking about here? There are comments underneath this. I'm getting to my comments today too. Unless you want some bullshit. And if you want some bullshit, then don't look for me. Just look to be deleted. I ain't even gonna say nothing to you. I might have my secretary Phyllis, because she's back from vacation. She's about to go on vacation and get around. She's on vacation most of the year. I love Phyllis though. She keep me in check. Checks other people. So I will kindly have Phyllis, press the button underneath her desk to get her nephew, Junebug, to kindly escort you quietly up out of my chat or my comment section. Trip, you better get down. Come here. Holy Spirit, who are we talking about here? Archangel Michael, please protect this reading and the collective from any dangers, any obstacles, any chains that are keeping us bound and shackled to things of this world that are not serving our higher good. our highest good, I should say. Please come through and use your sword of truth and clarity to break those chains and provide us with some direction. So an internal conflict, the Five of Wands. You could be fighting with people actually too. But I'm picking up on the fact that it's an internal conflict. Can I get another card, please? One more card? Two more cards, actually. So we got three more cards, so we'll take them. Okay, so we have the Devil in the reverse. We just got done talking about devil energy. We have the Magician in the reverse. That's manipulation, dark magic. Not using your resources. That could also, I've just come through spirit. That could also mean, because the Magician has earth, wind, water, and fire, and the ethers available at their disposal to manifest anything that they need, or to move forward, or to ascend. In the reverse, it could really mean dark magic or manipulation, but it could also mean that you're not using your resources. Then we also have the Ace of Pentacles that fell out. So, what am I picking up here? So you're having there's an internal conflict. What's the internal conflict? This card was at the bottom. You're not happy. You're not content. You're disenchanted. I just heard you're disenchanted with life, maybe, or whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, you don't feel like you can. You don't feel like you have a way to sail off the calmer waters, to launch, to leave. You just don't. Yeah, you may be in your emotions right now. You're making hard overhead decisions. You're not being illogical. You're highly, just feel like maybe everybody is against you. Or maybe you feel like the odds are stacked up against you. Come through spirit. Yep, failure. Yep, and now you got burdens from that. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. This could represent God. It can represent God. It can represent spiritual leaders. It can represent high levels, people in higher ups. Can represent marriage, but we're talking about God here. We're always talking about God. We should be, anyways. But this is about you're not tapping into your God energy. You're not. You're at an impasse. You could be a Sagittarius or an Earth Angel. You probably are an Earth Angel. Earth Angel at an impasse. Yeah, there's a death here because you need to transform. Transformation. A death is coming. Not a literal death, but like an ending for a new beginning. This is death and rebirth. So you might be going through a dark night of the soul. This may be your dark night of the soul that you're going through. Oftentimes during the dark night of the soul, we are faced with challenges of misdirection and a lack of inspiration. You're looking to other people to not necessarily help you, but tell you how to do, like, what do you do? But maybe this is your time for introspection. Yeah, so you need to let go. You need to let go of trying to do this with other people right now. You might be going through a dark night of the soul. And you just may be your moment of isolation. During your moment of isolation, your time in hermit mode, you will then be able to find where to go. Yeah, that's what I heard. So that's the internal conflict part of it. What's this devil energy? I'll give it a shuffle. I just fed them, so I don't understand. All right, so the devil energy is in the reverse. You have been loosed. The chains have been broken. You're no longer bound to him downstairs. Steve knew. Because you're a fighter, you're the king of wands, you're a natural born leader, you're magical, you're strong, you're good looking too, I heard. Male or female, doesn't matter. You could be a fire sign in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, maybe. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, and you're also very logical. Either you are breaking free, or you will break free, or you have broken free. This is a timeless reading. This one is. So you could really, yeah. You started to become more logical, looking at it from I just heard a strategic point of view. You began to 1, 2, 3 on the clock. You began to play chess, not checkers. That's what I heard. But you became logical. You could have a Gemini or Libra heavily aspected in your chart. You could have it in an important placement, maybe your North Node. What else? How did they beat the devil? I said the devil went down to Georgia, so this could be significant for somebody down in Georgia, or maybe you sent the devil back to kick that motherfucker out, took that motherfucker back to Georgia. Okay. Yeah. So you did all that, and now you're a new beginning. This is the happiest card in the deck. You breaking free of that devil energy gave you a new beginning. You started to let your guards down. You become more vulnerable, is what I just heard. Oh, what's up, Shanita? That's my sister. I love Shanita. What it do, girl? Let me get one more, please, for this stack. Yeah, you're strong. You're very strong. You can soothe a lion, or maybe this could be both. This could represent your masculine and feminine energies. Maybe you became more sensitive to your the lion. See, the lion's there. See, yeah, but he's angry and change, wanting to bite the motherfucker head off. But you tapped into your feminine energy to soothe that anger, so that you could see clearly and break the chains. Come through, spirit. All right, so we got the Magician in the reverse, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Oops. You know why I like cats though? Because you can't tell them what to do. I mean, you can. They will listen, but then they just do whatever they want to do anyways when you're not looking. And people say that's sneaky, but it's just kind of like. No, I just think cats be like, well, he feeds us, so, and changes our litter, like it cleans up. I mean, have you ever looked at a cat while you're changing the litter box? They just sit there like, you better get all that shit out of there too. My cats come right by the litter box and they inspect like, you missed a spot, nigga. Whatever. But cats are very, they do what they want to do anyways. I just, I went in the kitchen and so you know how you have your countertop and then you have the like the bar thing. I go in there now and I just trips up there. He's just looking at me like, we're gonna keep doing this, and I just go, nah, fuck it. It's called disinfectant spray. Okay, cats are clean, but whatever. All right, the Magician in the reverse. Magician in the reverse, 144 on the clock. 444 on the clock. Okay. Yeah, so this is communication of a passionate communication. This could represent. Hold on, you got. Okay, he's just using a litter box. All right, so this could represent so passionate communication. In the reverse, this could mean a lack of motivation. So you're not using the resources that you have. This is kind of okay. Let's just look at it like this, because it doesn't make sense to go from the conflict to the resolution to back to the problem. So we already know that you may not have been using all of the resources that you have available to you, but because we're talking about there was some type of devil energy that was on you, and I just did this whole thing about failure to launch. We're going to go like this. So this Magician in the reverse, although you may not have been using all of your resources, sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we don't know that they're available, and if we do know that they're available, sometimes we're just lazy. Let's just face it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be successful. It just doesn't fall in here. Sometimes for some people it does, but overall, we have to put work in. So we're going to go with Okay. So, but this is magic or manipulation. For you to be uninspired, for you not to have motivation, for you not to be able to effectively communicate what you need in a passionate way. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. See. The magic was done so that you would not be a fierce fighter, so that you wouldn't be a warrior, so that you'd be weak, so that you would be directionless, so that you would be Sweet Dick Willie, so that you would be distracted by all the things in the world that the flesh has to have. You became a person of flesh, maybe. I don't know. And that people wanted you to juggle your success, to juggle your life path, your light path, as I like to call it, but to be juggling, to constantly be in your head all the time. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? You got all these people around you. What should I do? What should I do? Nobody's helping you balance that shit out. That's not fair. Find some other people to be around. Ask God to bring new people into your. Thank you, Spirit, to bring new people into your life. Yeah, people wanted you to. This represents secrets. People get in your head too. This represents mental health. But this represents secrets too. People maybe wanted you to keep it to yourself. Or maybe there was a secret behind the magic. What's the secret? Yeah, people wanted you to keep your guards down and not be a fighter, not be a wounded warrior. They wanted you to be wounded, to be vulnerable to their attacks, so that you would fail. Because really what they were doing is they were stabbing you in the back the whole time. But now you know. So now you can take the swords out of your... If you're watching this now you know what it is. You can take the swords out of your back because now that you can hold these people accountable, the untold story, you can stop untelling your story. This is the chariot. The chariot is full speed ahead, but you can go full speed ahead with your untold story and tell the truth, to choose your higher self. It's protected and it's the truth, Ruth. So Holy Spirit says. That's what I heard. Protected, brand new passionate beginning. That's the secret. The secret is that you don't have to keep your story a secret. You don't have to keep untelling or not telling, but untelling your story. You can tell your story to create healing, to be so that you can heal. Yeah, that's what I heard. And you're protected. There's 2 aces out here and the lovers. So you could be a Gemini. But you choose your higher self. It's an upright. If you choose your higher self, truth and clarity will meet you there or take you there. And you will be protected for your brand new passionate beginning. You may be getting laid too. Just saying. Lovers in the wand, the ace of wands. Wrap it up, okay? But we'll leave it there. Maybe I'll get an oracle card for you. I like this message this morning. Take the energy as it resonates. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't put it on. Take what flies and let the rest fly. You feel me? Yeah, feel me. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. And that's it. We're going to close out this reading. I'm your Uncle 79, the Spiritual Savage. Remember, you grow, I grow, I grow, you grow, we grow together. Baby, I love you. Collective, I love you as well. Most High God, I love you too. If you're having a failure to launch, look at your maintenance crew around you, because if they're not willing to get on your plane, the same people that have supposed to be your maintenance crew this whole entire time, but they don't want to get on your plane and fly with you, there may be a problem. You feel me? Deuces.